Let's begin.
Hey, all you sand run travelers, it's Reg and Steve here, and
Hey,
it's June, half
hello,
the year
hello.
almost, Reg.
Huh?
I can't hardly believe we're in June.
No, the time is just slipping by, and we got our trip coming up around the corner to get to Greece. And man, after a year's time, that year went by so quick.
Yep, I know. That's in October, and we've only got what 4 months, 4 or 5 months left. 4 months left till we go there. We've got
And
a
less than
cruise
30
coming up.
days, or less than 40 days for our July cruise.
I know. It's kind of fun though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really exciting that all these things are coming up so quick. And then uh, we've got a Vegas trip to throw in there in the middle.
Yeah, and we can still we've been able to hold our price even with the airlines going all over the place. So we are still able to book folks to Las Vegas out of Akron, Canton, through Breeze, which is really where we're trying to go from. It's a really nice set of flights. We've got a nice small group going right now. We'd love to expand that. So, folks, yeah, we do go to Vegas. We're going in September this year because of going to Greece in October. So, if you'd like to join us, just pop on the internet, reserve your space, or give us a call, email us, and we'll take care of you. But other than
Yeah,
that,
and Vegas should be a lot of fun. It'll be a little different for us going out there in September as opposed to October.
yeah, I would hope that the weather is as good in September as it is in October because we've gotten spoiled out there. I know.
Yeah, we rarely have bad weather in October, and September. I'm thinking the weather should be just as good.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. And
We're gonna keep our fingers crossed and see if that sand run magic keeps working.
yeah, and in reality, if we get a group that would like to golf, let me know if you need to fill in. I'm always happy to do that. But we are cruising a lot, and one of the questions we get frequently, and we try to help our customers. Actually, all three of these questions today we get a lot. When should I arrive for my cruise? Um, in general, uh, we used to tell folks, during the winter, it's a really good idea to go down the day before, but in the summer, maybe not so much. The way the
Well,
airlines
but
work,
with the way the airlines have been recently,
yeah,
I think that right now, yeah, you should always try and go down a day early.
yeah, yeah. I think that's good advice. I know a lot of people still try to fly in the day of. Um, Safety tells me I want to go on that cruise. I don't want any mess ups. I'm gonna go down the day before if at all possible.
Well, then the other thing is it gives you a chance to do a little something in the city you're cruising out of, also.
Yeah, yeah. And in reality, we have that leads to the second question that we had for this month. Do I need travel insurance on my cruise? I used to be a little more wishy-washy about it. I don't know about Reg than I am now. And it's not because I've gotten so darn old that I need it, but uh, a lot of it has to do with the airlines not being able to maintain a schedule, and you run a little more risk than we used to at trying to get to your destination, especially if you're going in the day of. But the
Well,
second,
and since COVID hit, that really changed a lot of things on how you have to think about things when you're doing travel.
yeah, yeah, it really did. And then the second thing that actually brought home, COVID brought home to me was that if you were to get sick and require assistance in a foreign country or even require flight home, most of our insurances that we have through work or through Medicare are not going to cover that, but
Right.
travel insurance will.
Yeah,
So
so there are some very legitimate reasons for having travel insurance now, and in the long run, you're probably better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
yeah, and if you don't want to book it through the cruise lines, which is what we usually do, there are several good options you can find on the internet and buy it independently. I don't necessarily think they're any less expensive than what you can get through the cruise line, but it's up to the individual traveler.
Yeah, I think the prices are about they're pretty similar. There's not a
Yeah.
whole lot of leeway between the two.
No, but yeah, one thing I have noticed when you go off book, those of us who are of the senior age bracket, uh, our rates go up quite a bit, guys. So sorry about that. It just one of the pitfalls of getting older, I guess.
Yeah, they figure, you know, us old folks might not make it, and they want to make sure they get their money.
Right. And then the last thing that we get, and San Run Travel has been really good about this throughout its life. How should I book my shore excursions? Uh, I would say again, before the pandemic, we used an awful lot of non cruise line shore excursions. Um, One of the main reasons we liked them and we still like them is that they're smaller, they're a little bit more personable. They were almost always less expensive than the cruise lines.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not seeing that anymore, though. I'm seeing since COVID.
Right. And you know, now sometimes you know, right outside the port, there'll be some cabbies and little excursion groups that are just trying to get people on, and they're going to give you the same excursion that the cruise line is offering, and a lot of times they'll do it at a discount, and again, it's going to be a smaller group, and sometimes you can it's just you, and it may be a private tour.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've done all of them. With COVID, we did drift back into doing a lot of cruise shore excursions through the cruise lines. I will say Virgin Voyages and Carnival have really improved their process and their excursions and their pricing. So I'm less hesitant to stay with the cruise lines than I was prior to COVID, but I would just suggest to everyone plan ahead. If you want to do a specific thing, do your research. I can, we've used several lines. I know one of our favorites from years ago, shore excursions or Shore Trips has changed its name to Venture Ashore. We've always had good success with them. We use tours by locals. As a matter of fact, that's what we're going to be using in Dubai. We've used that in Vancouver. So there are ways to explore what you want and maybe use your travel agent or your tour operator to help you figure it out. But
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of shore excursions. I think they give everyone a chance to learn a little bit of culture. I won't go high culture, but learn a little bit about the culture you're going to. And I always think that's a good thing.
That's always a good thing, and it's always a good time to go see what what the island is really about when you get away from the tourist traps.
Yeah, we always say island, but it's countries too.
Yeah, islands,
Yeah,
countries,
I know.
wherever.
I know, Reg. I do the same thing. But there's some of our suggestions for your next cruise. Now we just like to sit back and reflect a little bit. We had a terrific Mother's Day up in Niagara Falls. For the second straight year, the weather held up, which is really unusual. Our entire group got a chance to go down to the falls, take a lot of pictures, enjoy the time. The wineries treated us to some really, really enjoyable tastings. Um, and as usual, we took a bunch of cases and filled up the bottom of a bus.
And we had a couple of people that were newbies. This was their first time going on that trip, and they found out this was just an amazing trip. They really enjoyed themselves, and they've already told me they're looking forward to going back next year.
Yeah, yeah. When you say newbies, it was more. What shocked me this time is we had several people who this was some of their first experiences actually traveling to, if you will, destination locations and non-work related type travel,
Right.
and it was really interesting to see their responses.
Yeah, people they really like what they told me is they like the variety, the fact that there was there was scheduled things to do that we had with going to the wineries, but there was plenty of free time to go do some things on their own if they wanted to, and then getting together with people that were traveling with them, they had a chance to sit down with folks that they knew and have time to sit down and catch up with each other also.
Yeah, you said something there, Reg, that has been a philosophy of San Run Travel ever since we first started the company. We do not believe in jam packing your travel schedule with tour specials that we've created. We do try to plan events and spread them out so that there's things that you can attend. Sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes you have to attend. But for the most part, we've tried to make everything as optional as we can, give you as much time on your own, and yet still provide the basis for learning about where we've gone and enjoying some of the things we've done. Just been a philosophy of ours from since we started 21 years ago, and hopefully plan to continue that philosophy.
And what they found out about the wineries was we picked some pretty good wineries. They really enjoyed the wine.
It's a fun trip. We try to make all of our trips fun, but that Mother's Day with the wineries is really one of our highlights. So, well, that wraps it up for us this month. Hope we got some information and maybe we'll hear from you. But we want to give a $25 gift certificate out now. It's good on any cruise or any tour. So Reg told me we had a whole raft of people. So Reg, who is number 138 this month?
Number 138 is Maria. I'm going to butcher this name, so please forgive me. Uh, Yukaj, I believe, is Ujkaj.
I'm not going to try that one either, Reg. But Maria, if you hear us, if you see the show in June, give us a call and or an email, and we'll get a $25 gift certificate out to you.
Yeah. Drop me a direct message on Facebook or leave a line on the Sand Run page. One way or another, I will get back with you, and we will make sure that you get your certificate. And if you're able to come travel with us, we would be more than happy to have you join us on one of our next excursions.
All righty, Reg. That's it for June.
Man, the year is slipping by. We're already halfway through 2023. Uh, and with 2023 slipping by like this, God, I'm going to get older before the year's out.
Older, but more experienced with some of what we got coming up. So,
At this rate, by the end of the year, my hair is going to be as white as yours.
that may not ever happen. As long as I still have some. All right.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
Okay, folks, have a great first month of summer. Enjoy the celebrations, the graduations. If anybody's got a June wedding coming up, just enjoy the heck out of the first month of summer. And we hope to see you in person. But if not, maybe you'll join us again in July.
We look forward to seeing you on our either on our page or in person. Stay safe, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
So long.
Take care.